Welcome back, everybody. This is round 5 of the National Rock Racing Association here at the Good Evening Ranch in Canvas, West Virginia. We are halfway through our day of racing and ready to run course 2 for our UTV teen class, our bouncers, and UTV bounty. And what you guys just saw on the screen was a little highlight reel from some of the carnage off the Yukon Do-It Hill from last year here at the Good Evening Ranch. And, man, hopefully we don't see quite that much carnage this year, Matt. But we're gonna watch everybody give it their best go. Before we get to that, though, we are going to do our UTV teen class, Course 2. We got them lined up and just about ready to start sending them. We just watched our youth class run both of their courses. They did a great job. And we've seen some pretty exciting racing action so far today.
Yeah, our youth class was absolutely out there getting it. I mean, they were like full tilt, full send all the way down the hill.
You know, when you get an Amsoil action shot out of the youth class, it's a good day of racing.
It was. Again, absolutely great run by those guys and gals. They came out, almost everybody had faster times on course 2, which means they were definitely learning the course, getting more confident, putting some faster times out there. Very cool to see. As you said, right now we're going to kick off with our teen class. We got a handful of those drivers. And then we'll kick off with our bounty, unlimited bouncer, and wrap it up with our limited bouncer today. All right, sounds like we're going to do our course results from course 1. Again, we only had a handful of drivers in the teen class. I know we had one guest driver.
Yep.
So very cool to see.
We had 5 finishes from course 1 for the teens.
Jace Northington coming in first place. Ramsey Trainer coming in second. Josie Northington, not too far behind her brother, Sadie Ellison. And then Clara Holback has a stunt driver this weekend. The Holbacks obviously had a baby, so they couldn't quite be here. Not all of them could be here, so they filling in with Justin Wills coming in there.
Yeah, Gatlin Wills jumping in the driver's seat for Clara this weekend.
Gatlin did a great job. Had some fun. Said she'd been away from it for a few years, coming back.
Yeah, it's great to have them back out here with us.
She said, well, I'm a little sore. I said, yeah. Had a little soreness, she said, in her neck. I'm sure she's not used to having that helmet bouncing around in that rock section. She had Cooper Bentley in there with her.
Haven't used those stabilizer muscles in a while.
For real.
Looks like we've got Jace Northington on the line. All right, Jace laid down our fastest time for course 1. Can he do it again here on course 2?
Just, again, perfect shot here. Shout out to Dearborn Drone Co. for giving us this awesome shot.
Definitely. Would not be the same without him.
Yeah, it shows how awesome that little rock garden is. Just thrashing through that rock section there. And Jace had the fastest time on course 1. See if he can hang on to that lead.
Coming back into the second rock garden. Because 1 is not enough here at the Good Evening Ranch.
That sibling rivalry, definitely wanting to come out there and compete against your sibling, whether it be sister, brother, even cousins. We'll throw those in there. That's a 101.732 for Jace Northington.
All right, the bar has been set for the rest of our teams. Ramsey Trainer in the race line starting gate next.
Here we go.
Ramsey with the second fastest time from course 1. Also our youngest driver of the teen/amateur class. I guess we can't just straight up call it teen because some of them aren't even teens yet.
Yeah. These are some very competitive drivers. I feel like our stock class in a few years will definitely have some serious competition.
Oh, yeah. Ramsey working his way back through that rock garden. So far, so good.
There we go, again whipping around that corner. Smooth run going here.
Man, for 8 years old, Ramsey's got some impressive driving skills. That's a 111.921 for Ramsey Trainer. Next up is Gatlin Wheels running for Clara Hoback's points today.
Here we go. I said she had Cooper Bentley co-driving with the first time. I would say he's locked in that co-dog spot. Giving her some great pointers as they're going through the rocks there.
Come on, Gatlin.
Getting Cooper probably giving her some pointers on which lines to take. Being that he raced the UTVs with us yesterday and the bouncers with us today. And a shout out to Justin Wills for bringing his family out for another race weekend. Been away for a while.
Yeah.
Shout out to Justin Holback for bringing the buggy to be raced.
Takes a village, y'all.
It really does. Literally a family affair this weekend. Get a nice in-cab shot there. fun little wood section to go here.
It's got to be fun to be back in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
After a few years off.
Yeah, and again, being out there, being an off-road racer, you can literally do this any course, anywhere in the United States. It's very, very fun, very awesome to see. I'm sure she's having an absolute blast.
That's 167.364 for Gatlin Wheels running for Calera Hoback. Looks like Sadie Ellison on the line now.
See what happens. I'm excited. Yeah, me too. I saw it. He did drop. I know. Something interfered with it. He wasn't in the line when I saw it. Something interfered with the radio communication. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
We're working on a little bit of a drone recovery right now, guys, and then we'll be sending Sadie off the line.
I feel like that old time TV show in the 60s, but please take a minute while we experience some technical difficulties. It's like that black and white little, looks like a Target kind of. All right, we got Sadie Ellison, and clock is hot.
Sadie sitting third in points coming into this weekend.
Ask him if I can cross. I gotta go in and stare. Hey, Claude. Can Jay cross? Not right now. Hey, he's still not right now.
Getting a great shot of that awesome woods course there.
I'll let them come back there.
Again, even our team class is down there working that Mickey Thompson Meadow.
This is a good course for the teen class.
It is. It is a lot of fun. Little technical area in the rocks. You have that big kind of high-speed section out there. There we go.
Come on, Sadie.
Around in that turn, on our way back. Again, the Ellison has done a ton of family racing with us this weekend. Excited to see them out there with that iconic red, white and black logo.
$135.442 for Sadie Ellison.
All right, we got Josie Northington coming to that race line starting gate. Again, she's racing a loner right now. It's Daniel Heckley's Can-Am. Had some issues with her UTV, so Daniel said, heck, race mine.
It's always good to have friends that'll loan you.
Yeah, race cars. Yeah, we like all kinds of race cars.
Yeah. So far, the fastest time on course 2 is Jace Northington with a 1:01, followed by Ramsey Trainer with a 1:11. And Josie is going to wrap up our teen class.
Look at Josie go.
She's got a great run going,
Yeah.
and she's in a rental. She's not even in her own buggy
Yeah.
that she's used to.
There she goes, making that right last turn. That's a 130.513 for Josie Northington.
.503 for
503.
Josie. That does wrap up our teen class. Let me give you guys a quick rundown before we move on. Jace Northington had the fastest time with a 1:01, followed by Ramsey Trainer with a 1:11. Josie Northington with a 1:30, Sadie Ellison with a 1:35, and Gatlin Wheels filling in for Clara Hoback with a 1:67.
Heck yeah.
Well done to all of our teen drivers. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be ready to start sending our UTV bounty class.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerply XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. AMSOIL makes it simple, with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at AMSOIL.com, and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at AMSOIL.com.
Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 4th race of the National Rock Racing Association. We're here at Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Cody did tell me he's going to be running the stock class the rest of the season for Max. So, but Max definitely knows how to pick some good drivers to put in the seat. Uh-oh.
Did you break a belt or what? Yep, that's what it said. Broke a belt. Dang it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I heard.
Oh.
I don't know if it's transmission or a belt, but.
And he's so close to the finish line. That's Cody, his brother Cody running out there. If he can just get those tires turned one time, he'll have a little momentum built up.
And his brother's like, come on, let's go. Dang it.
Oh.
Dang it. Oh, no.
Oh, nice save, Jesse.
Stay in it. Dang it. Dang it. Ugh. If we could. No. Oh. Dang it. Wow. Oh,
no.
Dang it. That stinks. All right, welcome back, race fans, to the 5th race of the National Rock Racing Association this weekend, presented by Raceline Wheels, the official wheel of the National Rock Racing Association. They have partnered with us since the beginning. We're super stoked for that, and we thank them. And good luck to in retirement to Greg, our good friend. Did an awesome job in his career. We loved him, and obviously I'm running race lines because of Greg, so shout out to him, and we miss him very much. Well, I'm sure we'll still see him in a few races. Right now, we're going to run in. We have our UTV Bounty. We have a handful of those drivers that are still together and left over from our first course. So we're going to do that. We don't have a whole lot of them, and then we're going to kick into the big boys. So this next hill is the Yukon Do It, or like as Bree said earlier, Yukon Try It.
Yukon Try.
So I think it's going to be really anybody's game at this point.
Starting things off, we've got Nathaniel Bell on the line. This is course 2 for our UTV Bounty class. Nathaniel had the fastest time on course 1. He's also our points leader in this class with a 66-point lead coming into the weekend. But literally anything can happen, as we've already seen more than one time this weekend. Actually, it's kind of weird how many times we've seen strange things happening.
It has been. It's been
here at the Good Evening Ranch.
A crazy weekend so far.
A little bit of a different course this time around, having to go up a little higher into the rock garden, on the hill.
And we've raced this course going the opposite way. We've never raced it going backwards, which is the way we're going currently on it. And it'll be a little bit interesting, a little different feel, I'm sure.
I hope everyone's been practicing their left-hand turns.
Yeah. Again, Nathaniel Bell, no stranger to the Bounty Series. He no stranger to that. He comes out, bashes on his rig, and is very, very competitive. So we'll see how he's going to pull this one off.
that moment of truth.
Here we go.
First contestant.
There we go.
And he made it!
That far left line is what he took. We've been speculating right line, center, or left all weekend. So a very interesting line choice, but he was able to get up there.
It worked. We're already doing better than the last year.
That's a 125.628 for Mr. Nathaniel Bell.
All right, that's a good sign
Yeah.
for runs to come.
Yes.
But Nathaniel's feeling pretty good about
Yeah.
that right now.
Yeah, it was I think kind of a white knuckle experience there.
Looks like we got Martin Stewart up next.
Josh, where are you pulling when you're done? Yeah.
Nathaniel Bell just got pushed into a parking spot
Yeah, I
like
was
this.
trying to see what was up with that.
Not sure what's going on there. All right, we got Martin Stewart coming to that race line starting gate.
Martin had a second place time on course 1.
Again, the rocks really haven't caused too many problems today. I know yesterday we saw just absolutely wreaking havoc on the UTVs.
Yeah, it's been the Comp Cam's corner causing some
Yeah.
trouble today, or really the RCB rock ramp
Which,
out there.
Again, is very surprising. Go. Okay, he took the right side.
And he didn't stop and get squared up. He
did
just
not.
rolled straight
Kind of
into
rolled
it.
into it. And that's kind of, a lot of times I'll do. I'll kind of roll into it kind of easy the first time to see what it does, if it's pitching to the right, pitching to the left. There's so many trees to get hung up on right there. at the top. Ooh, there again. Nice run by Martin Stewart. Heck of a job.
That's a 174.708 for Martin Stewart. And I guess it is the Yukon Dewitt Hill after all, Matt. Jesse Riley on the line now.
Jesse was talking about hitting this hill this morning early. He's like, I don't care. I just want to be able to hit the hill. I know he had some issues yesterday trying to keep his UTV together.
Trying to keep it cool.
Yeah. And not just make it through, but actually keep the temperature cool.
He was probably whispering to it, be cool, be cool.
Be cool. Just be cool. Just be cool. Yeah, I think he's trying to keep it cool right here. Trying not to get too hot.
Yeah, just a nice moderate pace.
Yeah.
I mean, in the bounty class, that's what you're trying to do is just...
Yeah, for real.
Get some finishes. Especially at a park like this where, I mean, last year none of them made Hill 2.
Which is wild. Yeah, just trying to keep it together. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Kind of took a little bit of a bad bounce there.
Oh.
Going to do.
Landed it.
Wow.
Looking like that left side is the way to go.
There he goes.
Nice.
That's a 220.998 for Jesse Riley. All right, we got Austin Tidwell. Clock is hot.
Alston coming into the weekend third in points behind Casey and Nathaniel. Uh-oh. We've seen this happen before. All right, he got a little bit turtled, but was able to sort it out.
There's some massive rocks right there.
Turtle being a very technical term.
Yes.
Like a turtle on a fence post, y'all. you can figure that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, again, some of these rocks are super huge.
I think Dan Bowman's was the best turtle we've seen yet, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he was kind of just pivoting around.
A spinning turtle.
Yeah. Here we go. Wow. Making it look easy.
Just kind of went straight up the middle.
Yeah.
Matt, I think we're going to see some bouncers fly up this hill.
Yeah.
Oh, Alston!
No.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah.
That was almost a dang it.
Yeah.
moment.
All right.
.470, and we do have an AMSOIL action shot to share with you guys. That would have been real sad if if his run had ended there after making it up the hill. I'm glad he was able to stick the landing and finish his run. All right, we've got our last bounty driver. This is Josh Krupinski. He is running for Casey Howell's points today. I know Josh was parked over here by the production trailer and has been working on this buggy since he finished course 1. I don't know exactly what all he was fixing, but I'm glad to see he was able to get it all back together and ready to roll for course 2.
Get out there just ripping through that Mickey Thompson meadow. Yeah. What's the whole thing is the whole hillside is kind of angled a little bit. So
the meadow, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of slide you to one side. And then also there, every once in a while you'll think, oh, I'm doing really good. There'll be like a little bump. You got like kind of donkey kick you a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a flat field, but it is on a slant. And it has given several drivers some trouble. Nice.
There you go.
Ooh, 116.975. That's your fastest time on course 2. And that does wrap up our UTV Bounty class.
Awesome job again by all of our Bounty drivers. They did just a heck of a job. And it's great to see a lot of those guys get finishes on this Yukon Do It Hill that we weren't sure people could do it this weekend. So very exciting to watch them go through.
Glad to see that they could. Let's go ahead and give you guys that rundown from course 2. Josh Krapinski now with the fastest time with that 1:16, and then we've got Nathaniel Bell with a 1:25, and then listen to these: Alston Tidwell with a 1:74.4,
Wow.
Martin Stewart with a 1:74.7, and then Jesse Riley with a 2:20 rounding out that top 5.
Wow, that's incredible.
Josh, you got to say hi to everybody if you're going to come over here. You got to sneak in a little further. A little further.
Yeah.
That's Josh. All right. Well, that concludes UTV Bounty. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back with all that bouncer action. See you guys in just a minute. Hello, race fans, and welcome back to round 5 of the National Rock Racing Association. We are at the Good Evening Ranch this weekend, presented by Raceline. You guys are about to see the second course for the Mickey Thompson Unlimited Bouncer class. We have been watching some awesome racing action all day today, and we are just getting started. We're about to start sending them up the Yukon Do-It Hill. A little bit legendary here at the Good Evening Ranch.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting first course as well.
So we just watched our UTV Bounty class complete their course 2. Here is where course 1 ended up. This is our top 10 so far. Dustin Medley had the fastest time with a 99 on course 1, followed by Bubba Bacon with a 107. Daniel Heckley with that 113.0. Cooper Bentley right behind him with a 113.2. And then Jay Stortz rounding out top 5 with that 116.
We got Justin Pierpoint, his UTV at 6. We got Chris Grigg at 7. Ethan Jones at 8. Dan Bowman at 9th. And Ben Driscoll rounding out that top 10. And Ben's getting ready to come off the line. He's going to be our first. He drew number 13. One thing Clyde kind of started doing a few years ago. It's kind of fun. You can, when you draw number 13, you can pick to go first on both courses, last on both courses, or stay in wherever the number 13 spot would pull. Ben thought the second course right behind us might deteriorate quickly. There's lots of dirt, some rock ledges. He thought that might become kind of a catastrophe later today, so he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and just go first on both courses. Had a good run. Did have some breakage on course 1. So what he had to do was he bent some steering, had bent the steering ram up, had to use some ratchet straps, get everything back together. He also broke the carrier bearing on the front drive shaft. So they had to put some ratchet straps all over that, kind of grease it all up and kind of hold it together. Unfortunately, when it came around, busted up the transmission a little bit. So he literally has this thing kind of held together with baling wire and bubble gum right now just to get a course finish out of it. So he's going to try to limp it through the whole course, come back, and then just stab the gas, put on a show, hopefully.
Well, this is not the first time we've watched Ben make a run with ratchet straps holding things together.
So it's going to be a very, very interesting ride, and we'll see. We're here for it.
We are here for it. We're going to see how his strategy pays out of going first today. Hopefully it works for him. Working on getting a clear course before we send Ben off the line. All right, here we go.
Again, you can tell he is not coming out there ripping. Again, like I said, he broke that carrier bearing. They had got in there. When the carrier bearing broke, the drive shaft kind of busted up the transmission. So he's going to kind of just try to keep it going, keep some nice, good momentum, get through the course, and then hit the hill and kind of send it.
Oh, he's going to need a little more momentum than that.
Oh, that steering ram right there in that corner is one they just got done straightening it back up. Again, been taking his time here. Being very calculated with where he's putting this buggy. Again, he is just trying to limp it through this big hill so he can get some points. Again.
This is like trying to finish a marathon. You got 2 knee braces on and a neck brace, and you just need to get across the finish line.
Here we go. Man. Wow. Wow. Absolute perfect.
I think he might have left a ratchet strap on the hill.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No, easy does it, Ben.
He has to be stoked right now. Being able to overcome all that and get that thing to the finish line, you know he is just so pumped. That's a 175.701 for Mr. Ben Driscoll.
After the bounty class, we are already leaps and bounds ahead of where we were last year on this course.
Again, that was Ben Driscoll who just finished that, limping it through. This happened during his first run where he bent that steering ram. They were able to get it bent back up. Unfortunately, he also broke a carrier bearing, the drive shaft. They broke a starter as well. They had to put in a starter on it. So they were thrashing to get it put back together, got it done, and still able to get a finish out of course number 2. That is awesome.
Hey, you got to be tenacious if you're going to make it out here. Bubba Bacon on the line. He had the second fastest time on course 1.
Mr. Big Block Bubba Bacon himself. All right, here we go. Wow. That thing is just so incredibly awesome. Here we go. Wow. Look at him just romping on it. Again, at Hot Springs, I said he was one of the few guys at the bottom of the hill just mad at it and watched that buggy just eject to the top of the hill. Wow. Again, you can hear it just echoing through the mountains here.
I think they call them hollers around here, Matt.
Huh?
I think they call them hollers around here. You're in West Virginia.
All right, here we go.
Oh, making it look easy.
Yeah, incredible. There we go. Heck of a job. Good job.
109.062.
All right,
for
guys,
Bubba
I'm going to
Bacon.
hop out of here. My stunt double Clay Cason's going to hop in with you. We'll see you guys after my run.
All right, Matt, drive fast. Beat Timmy again. Welcome back to the booth, Clay. Thanks for filling in again.
What's going on, everybody?
Well, you know, just enjoying a little racing action.
Heard that. It's been a really good day. Hasn't
It
been
has.
too hot.
The weather is beautiful out here. A nice break from the Tennessee humidity for me. I know there's probably a lot of other people out here with their own humidity at home.
It's been pretty hot in Kentucky, too.
We got a nice breeze blowing. We got some awesome racing happening. We got Chris Grigg about to leave the line.
Got a little deja vu right there in that little rock section.
From your own racing?
Yeah. It's a pretty good little rock over there.
It's a tough little spot.
And then it's just like another little train wreck the rest of the way through.
I was trying to explain to the folks at home watching on the screen. It looks like a cobblestone path going through
Yep.
the woods, but it is anything but. It is rough, and those boulders are bigger than they look on camera, and they will throw you around every which way.
See, Clyde threw us for a loop here this time. He
Yeah,
had us
y'all
go
had
backwards
to, y'all
on
had to
that.
make a counterclockwise turn.
I know. A lot of the drivers in the pit were like, I got to remember to go right and not straight when I come out. Makes us use our brains.
Can't let you guys get too complacent out here. Get
Makes
too
it-
comfortable.
Makes us have to think a little bit. Out the top.
Wow. That was blink and you miss it.
Yeah, that was like glass.
All right, easy now, Chris. Got a
You're
little
almost
wild down here on
You're
course
almost
one.
home. You're almost home. Oh, yeah.
One 110.316 for Chris Grigg. That is a second place time right now on course 2.
Hey, not too far off above there.
No, only a second.
Crazy on this long of a course. They're that close still.
Look, looks like we've got Dan Bowman on the line. Dan had some interesting moves in the rocks on course 1.
No, I got to
A
talk to
little
him a little bit ago.
spinning
He was
turtle.
Like, he's like, that was a weird feeling.
It looked weird.
It's like all I could see was one tire kind of touching the rock, and I was like, I just hope it does something and gets me off of it. crazy how dusty it is out there. It almost catches you when you're driving still. The wind is blowing just right.
Yeah, it's been slowly increasing while we've been out here, but I don't think it's going to get too much worse before we're done.
Hopefully. Goes. It's crazy just what a little bit of chiseling on the hill does just to make it just that much better.
It's the Yukon All-Do-It hill now.
Oh, gotcha. Got it over his little hump that time.
He was watching for it that time.
Yeah, he was ready. Heck
Ooh,
yeah.
103.911. New leader. All right, we've got Tim Cameron on the line, but before we send him, we caught up with him for a quick interview after course 1, so y'all check this out.
Of course, everything was going perfect. Buggy felt flawless. Felt really, really fast. So they would hit my marks out there and was coming back side of the hill. And, of course, all of a sudden I felt it, lost power and steering at the same time. So kind of long story short, probably a rock got in the belt system. It kicked the blower belt off and the steering belt. And I tried to attempt to finish, but this buggy's a mechanical water pump. So it didn't take long. The motor was like 260, 270, and it was just so hot. I just shut it down. Didn't want to risk, turning the motor up. But I think it's back together. I put it broke a tensioner also, so I'm not sure if a rock broke the tensioner first or if a rock got in the belt system. But so I put new tensioner on, 2 new belts, and coolant's bled out. And yeah, I think we're very ready for round 2. We'll see what's going to happen.
All right, that was a little chat with Timmy after course 1.
I got a feeling he's going to be on a pretty good heater.
Yeah, it's unexpected for us to watch Timmy DNF.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a feeling he's familiar with.
It's a hard gut-wrenching feeling, too.
It sounded like you said a rock got into the
belt.
So couldn't quite hear what he was saying.
I was down there kind of helping him monkey with it. We were trying to figure out, because you want to know what happens after something crazy like that.
You got to do the autopsy.
Yeah, I mean, just try to prevent that kind of stuff happening. And in all honesty, it could have been a rock, or it could have just been straight up from boost getting into it and it just breaking the tensioner, in all honesty. Oh, Dust is still out there lingering and kind of got him.
You got to cross back through it.
Yep.
Then you get a nice break from it in the rock garden, though.
Yeah.
You got to look on the bright side.
Just a little bit. Say he did the Yukon Do-It hill.
Just a Sunday drive for Tim Cameron. .670. Fastest time on course 2. So that's Timmy in the lead now, followed by Dan Bowman with that 103, Bubba Bacon with a 109, Chris Gregg with a 110, and Ben Driscoll with a 175. We got a lot of drivers still to go here, though, for course 2 of the Mickey Thompson Bouncer Cup. And it looks like Dustin Medley on the line next. Dustin did have the fastest time on course 1. And once again, before we send him, we also caught up with Dustin after course 1 for a quick interview. We're going to share that with you guys now.
Course 1, I just want to lay down a good consistent time, didn't try to go super fast, just wanted to maintain a good steady speed. On the downhill, I got the turn just right, made a turn flawlessly, didn't have to stop or back up or anything. It put me in first place.
For this course 2, can you tell us about these ledges coming up?
I'm not real sure. I mean, you can either go left and full send it and make it rowdy and fast, or you can go to the right and be a little more conservative. I think that's the choice I'm going to make. We'll see how it turns out.
All right, guys, we are ready to send him. He's got his work cut out for him after that 94 that Timmy just put down. But we know that Dustin and Gold Rush are both very capable.
And that is such a off-camber turn right there. It's not even funny at how off-camber it is.
Matt and I were talking about that a little bit earlier, how it looks like it's just a flat field.
Yes,
but it's not. It's on a slant.
Major slant, because like there's ruts and then there's grass, and then it could get pretty bad real quick.
Yeah, which we saw happen for several drivers.
Yes.
Even in our youth class.
I didn't get to see that. I missed that.
Yeah, Nathan rolled over.
I heard about it. That was a pretty good little roll.
Yeah. All right, Dustin's coming up to the Yukon. Do it.
Oh, yeah.
And he did it all right.
Smooth run.
One 0.131. That's a third place time for Dustin Medley right now, pushing Chris Grigg with that 110.3
That's crazy.
down to 4. So we got a 110.1 and a 110.3.
On that long of a course. Sounds like we got Mr. Nick Wright.
Nick had a wild course one after a great save. One of the longest bicycles I've ever seen somebody save in a bouncer.
One of those.
Yeah. And then he also had to go back, and he had gotten off course and had to go back and correct that. So he avoided 2 potential DNF situations for himself, but of course did not end up with a great time off of that one. So
and there's no way he could have even seen that flag with the way he was driving. There's no way.
We had him up here for a little interview, and we showed him his replay, and he was like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's
like,
where
I
I
had
missed.
no idea." Like, yeah, because you were looking at the ground.
Yeah, he was like, I was probably just trying to, not barrel roll in the field out there.
Nick also shared with us some of the details about the upcoming race at Crandon, where many of our drivers are going to be going to represent for the sport in the series. Sounds like it'll be pretty exciting.
Sounds like it's a pretty good time. He is flying. Oh my goodness.
That was smooth.
Like just had he momentum through the whole turn and everything was very impressive.
I think this is like officially Nick's hill.
Yes. That might be Mr. Tim. That's going to be close.
It's looking really good.
Oh my gosh.
94.781. Timmy had a 94.67. Wow. Holy cow, Clay. Talk about keeping it tight. They are nipping at Timmy's heels this season.
They're all over him.
Of a second.
That was impressive, the way he came across this bottom and went up the Yukon do it.
That was impressive.
Very impressive.
Wow, so your top three right now is Timmy with a 94.6, Nick with a 94.7, and then Dan Bowman with a 103. Wow.
That's crazy.
Justin Pierpoint on the course now. Oh no! All right, recovery is on its way. He had a good run on course 1.
Yeah.
Also. Kind of unique among the buggies out here and more of a UTV size and style. All right, we got the thumbs up, guys. He's good. They're working on getting him recovered now. All right, guys, while they work on this recovery, we do have a couple more driver interviews to share with you. We're going to start with one from Ben Driscoll, and then we also caught up with Chris Drigg. Y'all check these out.
Yeah, we were trying to come out of the woods pretty quick. Tried to jump off the last rock there, caught the tree in midair. Bent the rear steer in the back. Coming around on that big boulder. We were trying to jump from the boulder up to the grass. There's a big boulder on the right side when you come down. Just got a little too far right, tapped that rock and did a barrel roll. Come back through, just really rough, hitting everything that I shouldn't. Just had no steering in the rear. Just a tough ride.
Was on a smoking run on course 1. Come through everything real good, real happy with how the buggy was doing. Went to drop down, a big drop coming back in, and kind of had to take a line I didn't want to. Buggy got up on 2 wheels, turned into it, gassed it, to bring it back, and when I did, it drove this A-pillar right into a tree, broke A-pillar, so we're still going to try and figure out what we're going to do for course 2, but, with the cage being structurally compromised and a high probability of a bad backflip on course 2, just the way it's one of the nastiest courses of the season, we might just be attempting the hill, and that's it. So still gonna got to do some thinking, but it's looking terminal.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoy those driver interviews. Trying to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes and what's going on in the pits between these courses. They are going to be continuing that recovery for a minute, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to continue with that bouncer racing action.
So we were a sponsor of SRS in 2012, the first year, and we built our product to the racers. They had a need, we had a solution. They were breaking parts, breaking axles, and we were able to build the strongest axles on the planet for them. We developed the Big Bell CV over that period of time as well, which is the 40 spline, 47 spline stuff that you see in a majority of the rock bouncers. And we've also developed UTV for the UTV buggies and the stock class racers. We've got product for that as well. So we've really utilized this racing to develop and work with these guys the best product available. So over the years, we've worked really closely with drivers like Tim Cameron. He's been very helpful helping us develop this product line for the UTV, the rock bouncer, and he's been quite successful himself doing the racing, as well as a ton of others. We couldn't be here without these guys testing our product and doing these things, pushing us to the limit to help them push them to the limit.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. AMSOIL makes it simple, with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at AMSOIL.com and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at AMSOIL.com.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Raceline Wheels, Edelbrock, RCV Performance Products, and Yukon Gear and Axle.
Oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Yes.
Always I am searching high, I'm searching low in the night. Ooh, don't you know that between the sand?
The trail doesn't take it easy, so why should your Jeep? Supercharge your Jeep for improved capability, power, while keeping your warranty and trust in your vehicle intact. Born for the trail. Now evolved to be the best. Edelbrock Superchargers. Add the power your Jeep's been missing.
Welcome back, guys. We have almost completed this recovery. We are not quite halfway through course 2 of the Mickey Thompson Bouncer Cup class.
Like Daniel Heckley on the front line. So Daniel's having an overheating problem, and it's supposed to be Matt on the front line. And Daniel had gone up to his RV to get his buggy, and Matt backed out to let Daniel go. Because Daniel's having an overheating or cranking, or I don't know all the details, but if he shuts it off, he says it won't fire back up.
Gotcha.
So Matt was kind enough to let him go in front of him.
All right, well, here we go with Daniel Heckley. Daniel had a third place time on course 1. If you're just tuning in with us here on Hillside Live, we are halfway through course 2 for the Unlimited Bouncers. Tim Cameron is in the lead just barely with a 94.6. followed by Nick Reich with a 94.7.
Uh-oh. Did he get over it? Okay. He got a little sideways on the rock up there. Oh, he's got a flat. That's why.
Oh, he's got more than a flat.
Well, he did have a flat.
That progressed quick.
And then it went to more.
I did not see that one coming.
It's not funny. I think we need an action shot of the tire going about 15 in the air.
I think we do.
That was pretty cool.
Went from a flat tire real fast.
Well, dang.
I just need to throw out my whole bingo card for today because none of what's happened has been on the bingo card.
Something about this.
That's what Matt and I were saying. Like, what is it about? Like, what's in the water here? What's in here in West Virginia? Everybody is just getting rowdy and some wild stuff is happening this weekend. We're here for it. We even got it on camera with our Amsoil action shot, and we have a replay for you guys.
Something, probably.
You got a little bit of experience with that?
Badly.
Man, I thought we were this course too. The
Hey, it fired back up. I guess they're fixing to move her out the way.
I don't think it was the motor that was the problem.
It has been all weekend. He has fought it all weekend.
Did he?
Yeah, he put it.
Oh, that's true. It wouldn't start earlier.
Well, so he put it. He rebuilt the whole heads on that buggy and put it in the trailer Wednesday. So for it to be here and running because he pulled the motor up
and he did a good job on it because
the
it's
motor's
not.
running. The motor's
That's not
still
the current
running.
problem.
No, the motor is still running. Still the toughest rock bouncer to date, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how many years that thing's been around now.
I don't know, but this got to be this is definitely the provenest one.
Like 7? Has it been that long? All right, I think we've got Daniel off the course. Everybody's just kind of processing what just happened. We've had a few of those moments today.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait, what? What was that?
I'm curious to see what is broken on that thing. If you want to, once it broke enough. Well, it looks like he's coming out of phase 2 now.
That's right. Phase 2 complete.
So he's on to phase 3.
And he's already doing that course 1. Okay. Very unfortunate rollover.
Yep, that's it. Out the top. Fall down here from here, little him. There he is.
Where'd he go?
There he is. I found him. He's coming through.
Phase 3 complete. With a 134.040.
Well, guys, Matt's come back up here, and I'm going to hop out here and let Matt come back on home. Come on up, and good talking to y'all. Thank y'all.
All right, thanks for joining us, Clay. Welcome back, Matt.
So what happened to Daniel?
That's a good question. It went from, oh, he has a flat tire to tire ejecting into the air. Ethan Jones ready to leave the line now. Matt, just so you know, when you backed off the hill, everybody went, "Aw," out here.
I really wanted to try it again, but
speaking of aw,
that crevice is really big right there.
I think he can get out of this.
There, Come on, come on. You can see that front tire literally like 12 feet in the air.
He's
there
gonna
we
land
go.
it. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
They have to just loop around a little bit. But at least he's not stuck, so that's good. That is kind of a little tripsy-turvy rock garden. That first turn is probably the worst of all that stuff there.
How'd he end up right?
Yeah.
This deja vu. What just happened?
What'd you do?
All right, you got this, Ethan. All right, he's got it sorted.
Again, there's 3 or 4 rocks, like school bus size rocks, and they kind of throw you one side to the other.
Oh no! It happened. He went the wrong way.
Okay.
He just figured it out. He's turning around. Thinking about how having to make a stand turn instead of a right one might be mess somebody up out here. All right, glad he figured it out. He's back on track. All right, I think he's probably glad to be done with phase 1 and 2.
Go, baby, go!
Uh-oh.
Yes, stay.
Wait.
Oh.
That looks kind of precarious.
It does. Well, that might
and
take
he
a
was
minute.
working hard
That
to get around this course.
might take a minute to get up there.
Matt, do you know what our top 2 times are right now?
What?
Timmy's got a 94.6.
94.6.
Guess what Nick has?
What?
94.7.
Wow. Wow. 94.6 and 94.7.
What the heck?
Like literally a minute and a half separated by 1/10 of a second.
Brian Michael, please come to the broadcasting booth. Brian Michael, please come to the broadcasting booth.
Well, Matt, you know what? We saw a whole lot more of this last year.
We did. This was one of 32, I think, last year.
Really can't complain.
No.
Sometimes we still do, but really we shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, yeah. It was like one minute run, 30 minutes recovery. 1 minute run, 30 minutes recovery.
I think we've only got 2 drivers left for course 2 of the unlimited class. We got Jay Storts and Cooper Bentley still to make their run. And then we've got our limited class before we call it a day here at the Good Evening Ranch.
We actually had, to be fair, we did have a pretty smooth day compared to previous years.
Oh, for sure.
On the same course.
And some exciting befuddling action. Daniel's tire ejection trick.
I had pulled up in the Raceland starting gate, waiting. They're like, hey, can Daniel run for you? And I'm like, fine. And I'm like, gosh. I'm trying to get back in the broadcasting booth, trying to get my run done. I'm hot in my race suit. And then as I pull away, they're like, oh, he can't shut it off. I'm like, oh, so it's not like he just wanted to go in front of me.
Right.
There's a legitimate reason he literally cannot shut the buggy off. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. Then I felt like a jerk. I was like, come on, hurry up. So then he pulls around here. As he pulls in there, I pull up, and then apparently we had a rollover. So then we just waited for
Daniel?
The UTV to
get
uprighted.
Justin Pierpoint.
Then Daniel got out there, and I seen him as I'm sitting in the starting gate. I seen him come around with a flat tire, And then it's like, he comes in there, wah, and I just see everyone's faces I'm looking at go, oh. And I'm like, what just happened?
That flat tire escalated quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I see him driving
no
around,
tire.
dragging a chill plow behind it. With the
Yeah,
rear
that
tire,
was a weird one.
Rear tire delete kit on the old Hellbent. One, to be fair, though, it's not like Daniel drives it gentle, okay? Like, he's pretty violent.
Is it hell bent?
Yeah.
Or is it bent to hell?
It's bent to hell. I love that. A little bit of both. Yeah,
and then we watched Nick Reich pull out of that bicycle.
Yeah.
That was like half a mile long. And he saved it.
It's been a very interesting day.
Dan Bowman with the spinning turtle move.
Yeah.
On the rock. That one was special.
I love it. It's like those
There's
little,
been a lot of unique moments today.
It's like those little things you put on the kitchen table, like the swivel around them.
The Lazy Susan.
He'd be like, what?
Well, guys, we can't play any commercials right now, so
yes.
You get to hear us.
Okay.
Reminisce.
We're having a lot. We're loving life.
That's what happens when the computer doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it's the middle of the summertime, and our electrical equipment gets a little warm after like hour 12. You know. It does get a little warm, but it does do again. We ask a lot of our equipment in literally the harshest conditions, like ice, freezing rain.
I don't know, Matt. This stuff's barely out of the box. What are you talking about?
The trailer's caught on fire before. Like,
this is true.
Literally, it's the worst possible conditions you can imagine.
So actually what we are is a rolling commercial.
We really
for
are.
all of the hardware and software in here.
It's very impressive.
What other special moments did we have today out here?
We had a rollover in the youth class.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. That was a good one too.
And I knew he was okay because I saw his brother riding a dirt bike by us, so I was like, okay, he's fine. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. Again, you can see our recovery crew up there getting her all flipped back over. What they'll probably do here, because it is such a steep angle, they'll take an excavator, bulldozer, usually a very large, heavy piece of equipment. They'll throw a strap down and secure the vehicle. That way it's not going to continue to roll. And then they'll get somebody like Keith, throw a winch on there, and put it back on all four tires. So, again, because it's such a steep angle and we do race on some of the hardest terrain, it does kind of lend some challenges for recovery, but it's...
Hey, Taylor wants everybody to know that this is what his corner of the trailer looks like. There's 2 fans currently pointed at the computer to try and get it motivated to do its job.
We could just pour some water on it, Taylor. That'll probably solve it. It'll cool it off real quick. Listen, it'll give it plenty of time to cool down. All right, we got our AMSOIL action shot here.
All right, let's see what happened with Daniel here.
Comes flying around and just hits that. You can see the tire just get ejected off of the vehicle. Wow.
It's just a dust cloud and then boing.
Shout out to our camera crew out there making sure we get these awesome shots so we can have these AMSOIL replays. Yeah.
I think they all need a fan pointed at them, too.
Yeah, we do. We do. Yeah. So if you have a cold beverage, take it over to a cameraman or camera lady. Show a little love. We appreciate all the staff out there eating dust and sweating, giving us this awesome live production you guys get to watch.
Doing it all for the audience at home.
Yeah.
All right, that's one way to get that buggy
yeah.
up the hill. It's been through worse.
Yeah.
Like today.
There we go. Awesome.
We might as well play it, Taylor.
Again, Ethan Jones. Shout out to Ethan Jones. He has been getting so comfortable in that buggy, just absolutely sending it. Unfortunately, today was not the result he was looking for, but he has just been killing it this season.
Yeah, he was 8 in points coming into the weekend.
Man.
I have absolutely no idea what the points are going to look like after today.
Dude, our top 5 is just chaos right now. Top 10 is still up in the air. Chris Grigg had a great run on course 1 and course 2, and I think he's the only guy that I say is still in the top 10. Everybody else is just discombobulated.
All right, so we do have our driver interview with Tim Bacon that we tried to play for you earlier when the computer was being sassy. So we're going to go ahead and play it for you guys now while they finish up this recovery.
So after the big huge rock, there's a small boulder on the right. I'm pretty sure I caught it with my passenger rear tire and got in the gas too soon, and it pitched my buggy to the driver's side. So all that momentum just kept driving me to the driver's side. I about saved it. I actually got it back on the wheels, but it had so much momentum that it flipped to the passenger side. So once it flipped and landed, I just shut it down. I didn't want to take a risk burning the motor down trying to flip it over. And pretty much disgusted with my run, but that's part of racing.
Looks like they got Ethan Jones already covered there, and that was little Tim Bacon giving a kind of a play-by-play of his rollover on course 1. And I do think it's kind of smart when you have that much money in some of the engines they have. There's no sense in hurting it. Once it kind of gets tipped over, he said, I went ahead and shut it down, got everything set, get ready for course 2. Start with a clean slate, and there's no point in trying to tear your buggy up, or especially hurting a motor that's as high dollar as some of these guys.
All right, we're getting the wicked buggy moved out of the way a little bit further before we call this recovery good.
All right, they're saying we're clear up top.
I think we've got Jay Stortz on the line.
I see that root beer powder coat sticking out there.
Root beer.
That's a root beer color powder coat.
I think only you would think of root beer, Matt. I would have gone with bronze.
Yeah, bronze. You can go that, yeah. I think that was the color they picked when they were picking the powder coat. Root beer.
Root beer. Or whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey's definitely up there. Sometimes after your run, you're like, I'll take whiskey.
All right, Jay had a 5th place time on course 1. And with a few random DNFs here on course 2, Honestly, I don't even know, Matt.
Today has been total chaos, and I'm here for it.
Wait.
I am just so blessed that I get a front row seat to all this awesome racing action. I am very, very fortunate that we get to see the best angles from some of the coolest racers.
What you doing, Jay? He's trying to skip the rest of phase 2 here. That's this section, by the way.
Yeah. Phase 2.
You missed that earlier.
Phase 2.
Phase 2 complete. Moving on.
Here we go. No! Dang it. I think he's going to get stuck there.
Well,
man.
At least the excavator's still up there.
Yeah, they could just hook him onto Ethan Jones's buggy and just drag them all out of the way. Man.
Yes,
Yeah.
for everybody that was saying that the hill was too easy this year.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it shows kind of how violent some of this can be.
You know, Cooper's sitting over there thinking, no, not again.
Yeah.
All right, guys, according to my calculations, Cooper's our last driver.
Oh, wow.
For the unlimited class.
It gets kind of warm in that little hallway over there by Raceline starting gate when you're sitting there. The sun's kind of beaming in.
Yep. Somebody will get him some chocolate milk.
Yeah. Ice cold. Ice cold chocolate milk.
Well, we might as well go over a little bit of a rundown. So Timmy's got that 94.6. Nick with the 94.7. All right, hang on a second now. Then it's Dan Bowman with a 103. Bubba with a 109. And then we have Dustin with a 110.1. And Chris Grigg with a 110.3. What was that, 6? That was your top 6? Lot to process after today's racing, Matt.
There's going to be a lot of monkey math going on.
A lot to process.
Yeah. A lot of monkey math going on. I know we have some drivers back there with their Excel spreadsheets going on and some, shoes and socks off.
Cheryl's not even here, but
I
she
know.
probably already
I
knows
know.
the outcome.
She would. She'd be like, this is what's going to happen. Let me tell you. She'd tell you the combined times. Yeah, it's been a very interesting day of racing. second. Heck of a run there by Jay Storch. Unfortunately, not the result he was looking for, but absolutely just such an awesome run. Looks like they're getting Jay pulled out of there. We'll wait for them to get the course okay.
Well, Cooper had time for a little power nap. I actually did fall asleep one time in a buggy when Travis Lovett let me race his rock bouncer years ago at AOP. And I was all, strapped in and snugged up in the driver's seat at the bottom of the hill waiting for my turn. And I fell asleep. I was cozy.
Yeah, it's like nice and warm.
You get all nestled in and, you got your harness on.
Lean back a little bit with like a cool breeze, so like the cold's hitting you. You're all snuggled up in your warm race suit.
Woke up and was like, "Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah,
that goes my turn. Race."
Yeah,
and then I won.
There we go. That's what's up.
See the power naps, man. Don't underestimate a good power nap.
All right, Cooper Bentley, clock is hot. Cooper doing a little test and tuning last night on his buggy, getting it all dialed in for today. Whoa.
Ooh. Tagged a tree, but he's still he's still moving.
Yeah, that little rock section up there is pretty violent. Yeah, he was having some issues with the tune. Like I said, Bubba and Little Tim last night, we were over there at their camp trying to get it dialed in. They were messing with the fuel ratio. They added a little more fuel. He said it's running pretty good. Still has a little bit to go there. That's such a beautiful shot there. Buggy rounded that big corner. And just roaring back. All right, here we go.
Come on, Cooper.
Woo!
Oh, beautiful.
Off the top. There we go. Heck yeah.
Cooper is fourth in points coming into the weekend. And if he can get across the finish line, that could all change after today. Oh, come on.
Come on.
That's a 133.218 for Cooper.
All right, that will wrap up the unlimited bouncer racing for the weekend, but don't go anywhere. We do have the limited class. We have a handful of those. Can appreciate everybody tuning in this weekend with us. No, it's been a bit of a long day with some DNF, some roller and crash, but we had a lot of recovery towards the end and some weird part failures, but luckily we had a good day. Kept everything moving.
All right, guys. While we wait on our limited contestants to line up, I have our top 9 is what we ended up with from course 2. Tim Cameron held on to the lead with that 94.6, and then we had Nick Reich with the 94.7.
Wow.
Dan Bowman with the 103. Bubba Bacon with 109. Dustin Medley with a 110.1. That's 5th. And then Chris Grigg in 6th with a 110.3. Cooper Bentley in 7th with a 133. Tim Bagan with a 134, and then Ben Driscoll with a 175, finishing out our top 9 from course 2.
Yeah,
top 9, only 9.
Only 9 we had to finish there.
That means we have our 3. Is Justin? Yeah.
So.
Okay. Sorry, I missed that.
I think I saw him with a race suit on, so I'm assuming he's racing still. It looks like we got Chris Clemens right behind us, getting ready to pull a line. Then Eric Beck right behind him. Cooper Bentley, sorry. Pulling up there.
So Chris had the fastest time on course 1, followed by Eric Beck, and then Justin Wills gave it a solid try, but saved the buggy for you.
Yeah, he was trying to keep the buggy together, to be fair. I think he could have backed up and made it one more call, stand on the gas. I think he probably could have cleared it, but it was getting pretty rutted out by the end of the day, too.
Yeah.
So.
He doesn't have to save it this time,
That's
though.
True.
You think he still will?
I don't know. I could see it going either way. I could see him backing up the trailer and sending it. I can also see him, being gentle as well. But Justin is a very good friend of mine. Like I said, if he breaks something, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing that he could break that I haven't already broken myself. So, but yeah, it should be a good run.
Well, and we do have a pretty long break. We take our typical summer break, both because it's just hot out and not that nice to sit out in the heat, and especially when you got a fire suit on, but also to give our drivers that are in the points running a break, a chance to go do other things, family vacation or go to the lake, whatever, and not have to sacrifice, missing an event and missing out on those points. So we usually do take a little break over the summer. So our next event is going to be at Pretty Place in Tennessee, which is awesome because it's only about an hour from my house. And that's going to be August 1st. It's either 1st and 2nd or July 31st and August 1st. Yeah. But first weekend of August, and then our next race will be the end of August. The 21st and 22nd will be at Hawk Pride. That's in Alabama. September 11th and 12th will be at Rush Springs Ranch in Missouri. And then to wrap it all up, October 1st through the 3rd, we'll be back at Winrock in East Tennessee for finals, and it's going to be the Battle of the Bouncers. Not just any old finals, but doing Battle of the Bouncers again, which is exciting.
Ever watched that? Again, we got the opportunity to be front and center last year in America, and again, it just an absolute incredible time. It was insane how when guys would make that first loop and they'd come back by and they would see each other, how magically fast that second loop got. Phase 2, as you put it. How phase 2, the speed picked up dramatically on phase 2.
It was really exciting to watch.
It was. It was an absolute
watching
blast.
them come across at the same time, and you know, when you can see your opponent and you're not just racing the clock, it kind of unlocks a new level.
It really does. Again, the pressure mounds very quickly when you see that guy coming, and you're both crossing at the same time. We're about tied right now, and we're halfway done. So I really got to step it up.
when they're coming in for the finish, and they're both at the same time,
and
just
I say we even got down
flying.
to kind of a photo finish on one of the runs. We literally were like, we had thought one driver had won. We went back and looked, and it was completely opposite from what we had suspected. Again, Nick had pulled it out, which was really cool again just to see how close those finishes were, even after this huge, massive, long course. But definitely don't want to miss that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys make sure you've got that one on your calendars. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's always, Clyde always, get talking about our summer vacation. Clyde's like, I like to keep the wives happy. It's kind of a happy wife, happy life situation. So we try to let everybody work in their summer vacations. All right. Sounds like a Chris Clemens sitting on the race line starting gate.
Speaking of the rest of our schedule, you guys can always head to nationalrockracing.com. Check out the calendar for the rest of the year. A bunch of other stuff on there, too. We got driver profiles. There's merch. You can see all the point standings, current standings, see where everyone's at for the season.
Getting Chris Clemens ripping on that race line starting gate. Again, you kind of have to put the front end, kind of throw the front end to that far right side, then let it sweep back there, because that crevice is so massive. Again, we saw Ethan Jones kind of get sucked in there. Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. Again, he has done just a phenomenal job this season. I am super proud of him.
He did. He worked hard to get around the course.
Has.
I hate that he rolled over.
And Chris Clemens out there right now with that Tink Racing. They had a long drive here. You know, a lot of our drivers came from that, kind of that far West Coast areas, or more west than some of our East Coast guys.
Chris is leading in points for the limited class. Pretty solid 58-point lead coming into this weekend.
That's awesome. Getting a heck of a racer, too. I know he does a lot to help out his fellow racers. He does a couple of different things. Likes to get out and have fun. There we go. Nice smooth. Working it through the gauntlet of rocks there. I know we talk about having like a sticky tire versus a non-sticky tire a lot, but I mean, the amount of difference it makes when you're going through rocks like that is just insane. All right, here we go. Reverse.
Okay. Good save.
Yeah, there's a big rock there. Don't back up into that. Nick's down there. Come on! Oh! Stink. Come on. Keep it back on. Oh, my goodness. I think he's just making sure, like, am I okay here? Can I get off of this? Yeah. There we go. Got her straightened back out.
Nice. He's 2 for 2 on the saves here.
Ben Driscoll down there. He had a bit of a Terminator-style day with his rig. It keeps pitching him a little too far. Oh, boy. That's a pucker factor of 10 for those of you watching. Yeah, he's like, what's...
Kind of feel like he should gas it and see what happens.
At this point, I would be like, okay, we'll go ahead and hook up whatever equipment we need.
Oh, no, Matt, where's the fun in that?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and pull the excavator over there. Yeah, he gave it a heck of a try.
That was definitely a good effort
Yeah.
from Chris Clements.
Put it on its side and back up 3 times. I don't think you can really get mad about that. Again, he definitely gave it a college try times 3. All right, looks like we have a course clear. We have one more racer for the weekend. All right, clock is hot. This is Eric Beck, our last racer for the weekend.
All right, Eric. Be a hero. The hero of the limited class.
Yes. Man. I'll say it looks like he's going to have to get winched out of there. That is a massive, massive crack there. And again, you hate to see that, but unfortunately not the ending he was looking for his race weekend. Again, just a real bummer. But
Probably didn't break anything, though.
That's true.
That's good.
That's true. Again, shout out to Keith, our recovery expert, going to snatch him out of there. All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back, and we'll give you our race results right after this messages. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. Again, it's been an awesome day of racing here in West Virginia. We are at the halfway point. How did our runs shake out for today, Bree?
All right, our top 5 finishers for the Unlimited class. Dustin Medley took it today,
Wow.
top of the podium. Second place is going to go to Bubba Bacon.
Heck yeah.
Third place, Nick Reich. Fourth place is Dan Bowman, and fifth will be Cooper Bentley.
Heck yeah.
So that is not quite the top 5 that we're used to,
No.
which is awesome.
I love seeing it, yeah.
it shake up a little bit. I love the competition. We had some surprises. We had some weird stuff going on.
We did.
This weekend, but it was exciting. It was a lot of fun to watch here at the Good Evening Ranch. Thank you guys for joining us on Hillside Live. I gave you that rundown of dates for the rest of the season. As always, you can head to nationalrockracing.com if you need to check that out. Matt, what else do we have before we go?
Well, again, are you want to run through results for every class? Okay. We can do that real quick. I'm sure I have them on the L notebook.
But we're going to fill you guys in on all the things.
Thanks to Clyde. Looks like we'll start with youth. You want to do youth? Again, shout out to Clyde for getting our race results to us. We'll share with you guys.
So today in our youth class, Lily Reich, who is racing for Briar Cook's Points, took the win. She's going to be on top of the podium.
Wow.
Second place going to Colton Tanner. Third place, Collier Hoback.
Heck yeah.
Awesome job. Fourth place is Kinley Havens, and fifth place today is Dallas Heckley. That's our youth class results.
Okay. Next we'll do our UTV amateur. Jace Northington taking the win. Again, fastest time on course 1 and course 2. Ramsey Trainer coming in second. Josie Northington coming in third. Sadie Ellison coming in fourth. Clara Hoback, which was a stunt double.
Got Wheels, yep.
Justin Will's daughter. Caden Schaefer are going to round out our top, 6.
6, I think.
Okay.
Yep. We'll go with limited bouncer next. Chris Clements took the win, followed by Eric Beck, and then Justin Wheels.
And the UTV Bounty was Nathaniel Bell picking up the win. Casey Howe coming in second. Martin Stewart coming in third. Austin Tidwell coming in fourth. And Jesse Riley coming in fifth.
I think that's everybody. Great day of racing here. Congrats to all of our drivers for racing their hearts out this weekend. We've got a lot of trophies to go give away now. So thank you guys again for joining us, to Good Evening Ranch for hosting us, and all of our sponsors for helping us do what we do. We'll see you in August.
We'll see you guys.